Deivid Silva from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Came into this event 27th in the world. That's moving up big time into a better spot to be on tour next year. And Fioravanti's now maybe planning a trip to the top 10. We'll see how far he goes here. As we know, 10,000 points on the line for a championship tour. Jack Robinson also taking advantage of something really big out of the gates as we have our first wave on finals day. Deivid Silva snapped to start right into a bottom turn. Wave goes flat really quick. So really just that first turn on the opening section. Fioravanti's hoping this doesn't even bowl up. But Silva can create sections for himself on demand. That's a better one right there. Cool backhand snap. A lot of water off that tail again. Backhand flow. This inside track. He was able to get busy until getting clipped on the end.
Yeah, it's going to be a decent opener for Deivid. I think what Leo's probably going to do is just wait for the best waves in this heat and let Deivid do whatever he wants on the inside. Aggressive start. Cut that turn a bit short right there. Those need to be real technical if you're trying to gain some points on your backhand compared to the forehander surfers, Joe. And this wave just died out a little bit on the end. But as you mentioned, put pressure on Leo. Make him think about what you're doing and not what he can do. As we see Silva, just wrap up his wave on the inside. A little bit of a fall right here at the end, but it's going to be a decent opener. Still think there's a lot more quality waves out there than this, and that's saying quite a bit because that was an excellent wave.
Guy can create speed in flat sections, but when the shoulder's going that soft, there isn't really any room for a major turn.
And now he has an opportunity to make his first final.
Fioravanti hard off the bottom, classic wrapping turn. Drives into the vertical. So far, so good for the Italian. Doesn't take much for him to fire up first thing in the morning. Nice wrap into the pocket. He'll just keep hitting that whitewater. Driving all the way around again. Perfect roundhouse cutback. Fioravanti already passing Silva's 3.83, and he'll jam the finish incredibly well. Great patience, time management here in the semifinal.
Leo paced himself on this one too. Knew that he didn't want to make a mistake after waiting 15 minutes for this. Beautiful combination on the outside, and I think actually Strider was spot on. I might have gone a little bit over the line and thought about barrels too much, but he's right when he says that those quality waves are out there, but they just take a little too long. And Leo just ripped this wave for how it was. Beautiful rail surfing. I thought these finishing maneuvers were just spectacular given how clean the face was.
Got the win at Karamas, which was a big deal. So we watch live action with Deivid Silva backing up his 3.83. Big snap to start. Belts it beautifully, right on the money. Silva throwing some water again. Hung up for a moment. But he's amazing at playing catch-up. This one's going to make it difficult. So still some room to move. Silva sometimes comes out a bit more polished just with his decision-making with turns.
100% better than his opening ride. I still love how aggressive he is at the beginning of that wave. That's where a big part of his scoring is actually going to come from, especially being a goofy footer. But look at the commitment right there. Tough section coming down on him. Did well to recover right there, gained some speed, and went straight back up into the lip for that one. Beautiful setup turn right there. Gets a little stuck though. That offshore wind is a little stronger than I think people think out there right now. But you did see the quality of the wave. Just the direction of the swell a little bit better today, Joe. Hugging the bar extremely well. It's been a slow one. I didn't really think the 3.83 of Silva was going to make that much of a difference, but as of right now, it is.
Silva up and down. So trying to find something under priority, not working there.
Both Iago and I are on Volcom, so it kind of worked out, and it's just more intimate now.
Silva on the loose. Nice, powerful start, but it's just one maneuver. As he's just fishing for something to back up a 5.73. Maybe more so, just getting a score of consequence in this semifinal. A 4.24 for the lead. Nice looking wall after the wrap. Beautiful rail work. Nice drive into the pocket again. He's probably felt like he's done enough, but he'll just surf it all the way through. Beautiful arcing turn again. They're never surfing for the score to advance. They're surfing to put this thing away as he combos up the finish with beautiful lines. Smart surfing for Fioravanti. You can tell that he is on a magic surfboard, chasing a 4.24 for the lead. I feel like he's got.
It's so refreshing and relieving when you wait for so long and something actually comes right in the spur of the moment when you need it. Beautiful combination to start things off there for Leo. This wave stood up in the midsection, and this is where I feel today is just different than the past 3 days. A little bit smaller in size, Joe, but the bar has aligned perfectly with this kind of size of swell. That was a beautiful wrap right in the pocket. You notice how he stays so close to the whitewater the whole time. He's never far out in front of the face. That means that he's always in the critical spot of the wave. And these two last turns were crucial to the development of the score. Look at how well he wraps it down, goes for the down carve, and just sets up this finishing turn on a difficult backwashy section, Joe.
In this semifinal, needing just a 4.24 to advance. We're expecting that number to come through for him, and Silva will be trying to chase the score in the remaining 2 minutes. It's in. It's a 5.57. Silva here needs a 5.17. Under the lip hook, hollow section. Great vertical for the Brazilian. There's that sweep again. Building that rhythm through the wall. Just a 5.17 needed for the lead. Straight back. Wall's really opening up beautifully towards the tail, and it reaches for the backhand float. I think we've got another lead change.
I think you're completely right. Just over 90 seconds to go, Joe, and what a back and forth heat right in the last 5 minutes. Great recognition from Silva, and I could easily see this as the best way of the heat so far. Just a strong first turn on the outside. Great size of the wave, got a little hung up, but recovered super well to just fit that second one in. Carves back, and then this midsection stayed a little flat, something we really haven't seen during this morning so far, but recognized that he needed a strong finish, and this was a crucial part of the score right here. That floater was critical. It was under the lip, and he was inverted when he was doing it. But look at the strength of this first turn. That's what he did yesterday against Gabe to beat him, and that's what he's going to be doing right now to beat Leonardo Fioravanti.
Big, steep, critical sections. Judges eat that alive because it is so difficult to do what Silva just did.
Really dig that first turn, and especially with the decline of the swell, you really want to reward those outside sections, especially when it's as critical as Silva's was.
Inconsistent heat, but capitalizing at the right time. Deivid Silva, 7.5. We'll see him in his first championship tour final. Fioravanti matches his personal best with an equal third, and he'll be feeling pretty solid as he heads into the next season in 2022.